So this is my meat. I already washed and I'm about to season them now. I have a combination of everything in here. I have chicken, beef, pork, all in here. You can use whatever type of meat that you prefer. So I'm just gonna season, add in my pepper flakes, onion powder, onions, some of this stuff. Seasoning. And then we just stir this. This is it. Now I'm just gonna add enough water to cook all the meat. I do have my cow foot in there, which is the only thing in here that takes a very long time to cook. It takes longer than the rest of them. So I'm just going to take that out and put it in a separate pot along with the cow skin. So I'm just going to let this cook until all the meat is fully cooked. Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen. So in today's video we are going to be making red oil fever leaf potato greens. Goddamn, that's a long name for his soup. I'm going to be showing you guys the whole process, seasoning of the meat, cutting the vegetables, cutting the greens, the whole nine. So let's get into the video. I've already seasoned my meat. It's on the stove. I will show you guys a little video of how I did all of that. So now that everything is over there boiling, I'm just going to chop up my greens. I am not the perfect greens cutter. I always end up cutting myself when I'm cutting greens, which is the reason why I don't really cook it like that. And I also don't like the frozen ones. I like the fresh ones. So whenever I am cooking greens, it's either I already cut it like before or like a week before and I froze it, or I am cutting it fresh that day. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to be cutting my greens. So I have 6 bags. I just so happen to have a store that have fresh potato greens in the store, already packed in the bag. All you have to do is pick and cut them yourself. So that's what I'm about to do now. So let's get into it before this video becomes too long. I'm just gonna pick my greens and then chop, chop, chop. So that's what I'm going to start off with. Just wash them. And then this is what it looks like. You're just gonna pick them off like this. And then just try to get it as small as you can without cutting yourself. Okay, the onions is burning my eye. But this is my potato greens. I already cut it and cut up 1.5 onions. This is it. And one thing you need to know about potato greens, if you don't know, is potato greens have a lot of water in it, which is why once the water is released, is smaller in size. So what you want to do is actually cook the potato greens by itself without adding any water. And once all the water has released and the size is reduced, then you can decide if you want to add water or if you don't want to add water, whatever it is. But so I'm going to put my oil in the pot And then I'm going to add my potato greens, cover it up, add my seasoning, cover it up, and then let it cook by itself for a little bit until I see that all the water has been removed. But we'll move on from there. But anyways, let's get into it. This is all of it. I actually used 5. I thought I was going to use only 4, but then there was only just like 2. It was just there. So I used 5 bags of potato greens. This is it. My meat is already done, so I'm going to take that off the stove and I'm going to use the same pot. Let's get into it. Okay. And I'm also going to save the stock, the water from the boiled meat. And that's what, if I need to add it to my potato greens, this is what I'm going to add to my potato greens. So now I'm going to use the same pot to make my greens. Potato greens is the smell. Oh, it smells so good when it's cooked, when it's cooking. And mixed with the heat. So now I'm just stirring it to make sure the bottom is not burning and to give every single leaf a chance to cook. With the heat. I don't know if you could notice, but you can actually see the size going down. First it was like up here, now it's down here. Once it cooks a little bit more, you will notice that it will reduce a lot. Just continue to stir and keep your eye on it, because if it is staying still, the bottom will burn. So you have to keep moving it around. And I still have not added any water to this. This is all the liquid that is inside of the potato greens that is still cooking with it. So I'm just gonna cover this up and allow it to cook for a little bit more before adding in the fava leaves. This part is really not that necessary. You could just add it from the bag to the pot. But sometimes these things they do have like sand in them. So that's why you just do it just to make sure and to be sure that your fava leaf is clean. So you take it, put it in a bowl. Add some water and then you just, play with it. And then you're going to take it, squeeze out the water, put it in a bowl, separate it from the water. Take it, squeeze out the water. And then once you squeeze out enough of it, you're going to sift it. So now I'm going to add it to the soup. So this is the greens. It has been boiling for like 5 minutes, and I just wanted to show you guys all the water that have been released from it. I still have not added any water to this, just to tell you guys you really don't need to add a lot of water to cook it. So I'm just gonna allow it to cook for a little bit more, maybe another 15 minutes, and then add my meat. The rest of my oil. And I'm gonna let this cook until all the water has dried up and all the oil will rise up to the top. And you'll see what it looks like once it's done.